Hey, what's happening, DC Givers? I'm the DC01. Welcome to this week's versus episode on the Walkthrough channel. This week, it's the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus, against the 16-time world champion, John Cena. It is our weekly birthday versus, and we actually got a lot to talk about this week, so we should probably begin right away. First thing first, we had two birthdays this past week. It was the former Sasha Banks' birthday. January 26th, she turned 31. And today is Sheamus' birthday, January 28th. He turns 45. Now, the reason I am doing Sheamus versus John Cena is because this past week, the WWE 2K23 was confirmed, and the cover star was announced as John Cena. Character model Sheamus looks really good in this game, by the way. I think this is my first time actually seeing it. So yeah, 2K23 gets confirmed to release in March, I believe, with John Cena being the cover star. So that has raised a lot of questions about the showcase. Everyone seems to have assumed that the showcase mode will be John Cena's career, which makes perfect sense. 20 years of John Cena? Yeah, you got a lot to work with there. But the questions that are coming from that, if the showcase is about Cena, how much of his career can you really show nowadays? And what I mean by that is, like, so much of his, like, feuds have been against people who are no longer in WWE, and, like, people that WWE aren't, like, able to mention. I mean, would they include his rivalries with CM Punk, with his rivalry with Daniel Bryan, his rivalry with Rusev? I mean, all three of those guys work with AEW now and are basically, WWE isn't able to, like, mention them or show them for the most part. I mean, I doubt that WWE is going to include Cena sucks. Oh, okay. What's with the ref? Why is it a SmackDown ref? Ooh. So yeah, it's like, I doubt WWE would, like, showcase, like, CM Punk, or even, oh wow, Cena's already busted open. We're only like 30 seconds into the match. What is this, an Attitude Era match? Uh-oh. Ow. No, you don't. So yeah, like I was saying, and then you look at the U.S. Open Challenge, which, I mean, that has to be covered at some point, but look at the people who were in, like, the U.S. Open Challenge. You had Neville, Cesaro, alright, so Neville, Cesaro, Zack Ryder, Sami Zayn, Alberto Del Rio. Oh no, Alberto Del Rio wasn't in the Open Challenge, was he? But people like Cesaro, AEW, Neville, AEW, Zack Ryder, TNA. So it's gonna be, like, interesting to see, like, who they're able to show. And then you go to, like, WrestleManias. I mean, look at WrestleMania 25. His match at WrestleMania 25 included Big Show, AEW. Now the thing is, the way these showcases usually work is they only show matches that the person that showcases round one. And since Cena lost to Punk on most of the time, I guess they wouldn't really cover those matches. Same thing goes for Daniel Bryan. But the Rusev stuff and the US Open Challenge stuff, I mean, he won those matches. So it's kind of one of those things where it's going to be kind of hard to, do a true, retrospective on Cena's career without showing those people. So it'll be interesting to see who they include in the showcase and who they gloss over. So that's it. Let's go into Raw and SmackDown. So Raw, of course, was the 30th anniversary show. There wasn't really a ton of stuff with legends or people showing up. There were a few segments that I'll mention. The really only thing where they showed a bunch of legends was several backstage poker segments, which is what they did for the 25th anniversary show, where they didn't have anything for the legends to actually do on screen, so they just put a bunch of people in a poker game backstage. This year, the main people were DDP, who really that was his only appearance. Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart. They opened the show actually, and then Jimmy Hart appeared backstage for the poker segments. But really, other than that, it was kind of just. They would just have some legends or Hall of Famers just kind of come out, do a promo or interact with a couple modern day wrestlers, and then that'd be it. So it was kind of weak on a, I guess, nostalgia aspect of it, or as a true tribute show. It would have been nice to see a wider variety of people from different eras. Anyway, so Raw began with the trial of Sami Zayn, who was accused of basically betraying the bloodline. For the majority of the trial, Paul Heyman basically was the prosecutor, showing several examples of Zayn, stuff that Zayn was doing that cost the bloodline matches. Zayn never spoke up for himself, and basically Roman told Solo to take him out. Solo Sikoa went for the Samoan Spike, and right as he went to hit it, he was stopped by, of all people, Jey Uso, who prevented Solo from preventing the Spike, and then presented his own evidence as basically Zayn's defendant, showing all the times that he's helped the Bloodline win matches. Afterwards, Roman Reigns decided that Zayn was not guilty and would be allowed to remain in the Bloodline. Now, the storytelling of this whole Bloodline segment for the past year, I want to say, has been amazing. But this moment here was actually really interesting, considering for the past few months, it seems that Solo Sikoa has been Zayn's closest ally within the Bloodline, and the one who's been on his side the most. Meanwhile, Jey is the one who's most anti-Sami, was the one most against his inclusion. So to see the roles reversed and kind of just see that Solo has really no allegiance to Sami Zayn and is just truly just an enforcer who's going to do whatever Roman Reigns says without hesitation, that's an interesting development. But also seeing Jey Uso defend Sami Zayn and side with him, that's really interesting as well. Now, Dang it. I was waiting for the chance to reverse it. Uh-oh. Hold on. We got a lot to cover on Raw and SmackDown, so I want to... Oh, he was going to go for the Super A, wasn't he? Dang it. I wanted to take him out for like an extended period of time, but guess not. Alabama Slam. Alright, so the Usos face Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio for the tag team titles. During the match, Jimmy gets injured. Adam Pearce came out saying that meant that the Usos would have to forfeit the titles. Sami Zayn came out and offered to replace Jimmy the same way that Dominic replaced Finn in the number one contenders match. Adam Pearce allowed it, and Zayn and Jay actually went on to beat Priest and Dominic in order to retain the undisputed tag titles. So once again, it's interesting seeing Zayn and Jay being the ones working together and actually coming out on top. Because could you imagine if Zayn cost the Usos their titles? Oh no. I want to save my resiliency in case Cena is able to hit an AA out of nowhere. Alright, here we go. High cross. Goodbye. Alright, so during a promo by LA Knight was the moment of the night, no pun intended. Basically during Knight's promo against Bray Wyatt, a familiar gong hit, and The Undertaker made his return to WWE as the biker incarnation. Undertaker rolled out on his motorcycle, confronted LA Knight before Bray Wyatt came out. Undertaker seemed like he was going for a chokeslam on LA Knight of all people, before throwing him towards Bray Wyatt, who hit LA Knight with Sister Abigail. Afterwards, Undertaker walked over to Bray Wyatt before whispering something into his ear before leaving the ring. Now this got a lot of attention from a lot of people. I mean, for one, it's Undertaker, which it's always going to be big news. But the fact that he seemingly was like siding with Bray Wyatt was interesting. Now it's common knowledge that backstage Undertaker was a huge supporter of Bray Wyatt, and always has been. So seeing him once again kind of do his thing to elevate Bray Wyatt was cool to see. And of course now there's a ton of questions about what Undertaker said to Wyatt, like what he whispered to him. And it's already become a meme template, because of course it has. Ooh. In what was supposed to be a steel cage match between Bayley and Becky Lynch, the other two members of Damage Control, Dakota Kai and Io Sky, attacked Becky Lynch before, and then all three members of Damage Control just kind of beat up Bayley inside the cage without any match actually taking place. D-Generation X, with the added member of Kurt Angle for some reason, came out to kind of do their standard, "Hey, we're DX and we were a thing back in the day" promo that they did at Raw 25, the the 1000th episode of Raw, that whole thing that they do all the time at all the anniversary shows. But yeah, Kurt Angle being there was weird. Not sure why they had him come out as a member of DX, but okay. Anyway, they got confronted by Imperium, who seemingly were challenging them to a fight, but they were like, hey, we're retired. This then led to a 6-man tag match with the Street Profits and Seth Rollins beating the 3 members of Imperium, with Kurt Angle as the special referee. Oh no, you don't. That was another AA attempt. I gotta hurry up. Jeez. Bianca Belair confronted Ric Flair and Charlotte Flair. Yep, Ric Flair made his return. During that interaction between the 2 women's champions, Sonya Deville came out to challenge Bianca, who accepted. Bianca beat Sonya to retain the Raw Women's Championship. And the main event, Bobby Lashley faced Austin Theory in a no DQ match for the US title. Brock Lesnar returned to take out Lashley and Theory. Theory was able to fall on top of Lashley in order to get the pin, in order to retain the US title. Okay, now I need to get serious because I really don't want to edit this video together. Let's get this thing done in one. Alright, SmackDown. Rey Mysterio beat Karrion Kross. Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, The Miz, and Bobby Lashley all confronted Austin Theory, coming out one by one. Alright, hold on. What's my finisher? How do I do this? Row kick running. Okay. Let's get him while he's stunned. Boom. Alright. Yay! So yeah, they all confront Austin Theory. Lashley takes out everyone in the ring before calling out Lesnar. Lesnar comes out and takes out Lashley before announcing that he will be entering the Royal Rumble. Lacey Evans beat a local wrestler. In the semifinals of the tag team title tournament, Hit Row were supposed to face Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, but the 2 of them got taken out backstage. So instead, so Drew and Sheamus were taken out by the Viking Raiders backstage. So instead, Hit Row faced Braun Strowman and Ricochet as like a last minute fill-in, and Braun and Ricochet actually won, which is again weird that a random thrown together team of 2 singles stars beat an established tag team. Imperium then beat Legado del Fantasma to advance in the tournament. And the main event, Kevin Owens faced Solo Sikoa. Sami Zayn came out to save Solo, who was on the verge of loss. Solo repaid him by super kicking him and taking him out. Both Owens and Solo were counted out, leading to a no contest. Alright, that's it for me. Let's wrap this up in 30 seconds. What do you guys think of Raw and SmackDown? What do you guys think of the 30th anniversary show? And what do you guys think of John Cena being announced as a cover star and potential showcase star for 2K23? How much of his career do you think will actually be able to be showcased, considering how many of the people he's feuded with are now in rival companies or are no longer being mentioned by WWE? Leave those in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm keep this all the time. Guy01 and Sheamus signing out. Bye, guys.